I know is this violates every canon of respectable broadcasting.
How are you?
Hey, who wants to help me get this recorder out of here? I need some muscle over here.
You are listening to Blame Your Brother.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to Blame Your Brother. We are back, episode 174. Yes, that's it. That's the one. We're back once again every Thursday night, 8 p.m. Come hang out with us at blameyourbrother.tv. We stream it on YouTube, Periscope, Facebook Live. No excuse for you not to be hanging out with us. I'm sure the chat will fill up in just a minute. But there are three of us that come to you every week. I am 1/3 of that trio. I am David, a.k.a. D-Brew, voice of the people, Mr. 40%, Glenn Jackson, the spiritual midget, and the vanilla mamba. And I'm joined by this man who sits to the left. It's my brother. It's Lee.
What up, everybody? It's the one and only LeBron safety pin.
And then we got this dude sitting over to the right. It's John.
John here, a.k.a. Tico, a.k.a. Mr. Groupon, Mr. PTI, the Madman.
They got John Tortorella, a madman.
They do have a madman.
Okay, he's a madman.
All right. So that's us, David, Lee, John. We're just going to jump into it. Time for apologies, retractions, omissions. Who's to blame? That's right. It's time for Who's to Blame, where we apologize for anything we may have said last week's episode. Who knows? So, Lee, anything you need to get off your chest, son?
No, I don't need to apologize. Anything for last week. What an amazing show. Jen Starsinic came in.
That was great.
In-studio performances, dropped a new album on the weekend here. If you haven't checked it out, you need to. So
it's not out yet. Comes out February.
I guess you dropped a single. The single Cold this weekend.
Right,
so,
right.
February 8th.
You can pre-order the album today, and you get bonus outtakes, demos, and the album. So
there you go. Thanks. I can apologize, and you corrected me
there
already.
You go.
So there we go.
I've listened to the said album, Jen Starsinic, and it's great. It will be in the top 10 albums of 2010. I've listened to it numerous times. I love it. I think it's great. So
there you go.
Okay, John, anything?
I can't think of anything.
Right.
I was just
nothing?
really blown away by Jen last week.
Yeah.
That Cold song. She played it. If you guys didn't listen.
Oh, wait a minute, John. Wait a minute. Now,
anyway,
our fans, we love our listeners. They're the best. We've already said that millions of times. And one of them was watching the Royal Rumble, the WWE Royal Rumble, and something came to their mind, something you said on a previous episode, not last week's, but a previous one. You said you met wrestler Alexa Bliss.
I did meet her
at your hotel, and I asked you to rank her 1 to 10. I believe you gave her a 7. Okay, somewhere in that ballpark.
Is this accurate, John?
I mean, it wasn't a 10. I know that.
Okay, we're good. All
well,
right.
you want to go
you
ahead
want to
and retract
quantify,
it,
like, what do you rank Alexa Bliss in terms of attractiveness?
From compared to what she looked like when she checked in versus what she was on TV.
Okay, yeah.
I'd probably say 7.
Oh, okay.
What does she look like on TV? I hate this ranking system that you guys do, but I'll play along.
She's up there. She's up there. She's probably my number 1.
Okay.
She's a 1 on TV?
No, my number 1, a 10.
A 10. J-Rob, haha, on Twitter, our friend J-Rob says, it's been a while, but I demand an apology from Twitterello, John, for saying Alexa Bliss wasn't a 10. Do you wish to apologize for your statements?
Sure.
Okay,
I apologize.
there you go.
How would you rate her personality?
I mean, it wasn't a super long interaction. I'd probably give that a 7 as well.
What about on TV?
I mean, I think she's fabulous all around on TV. So, yeah I'd still give her a 10.
To clarify for J-Rob, on TV a 10, and in real life a 7.
Yeah.
So, there you go. All right,
That's all you're getting, J-Rob.
We love when people tweet at us things we need to apologize for. We actually do like that. So, yes, last week was a perfect episode. It was great. We learned a lot about her process of the album. So, Bad Actors, the album, is coming out February 8th, I believe. But go ahead, pre-order it. We have links on our Twitter. So, go to twitter.com/BYVpod. Pre-order it. It's like $10. I mean, really, that's nothing. You spend that if you go to Starbucks, that's like 2 visits. Maybe less, So if you can support local artists and our friend Josh Baker, who was on the episode before, He's going to drop a new single on Valentine's Day. I've heard it. He sent it to me. He texted it to me. It is great. So it's a great time for us in music, and we've had some great guests over the last few weeks. So it was awesome.
So what do you think? I saw, I follow him on Twitter, and he put out something about, he was kind of complaining about the industry right now is a lot about Spotify playlists.
Mm-hmm.
So there's this like secret club of people who have successful playlists, and pretty much as in olden times gone by, whereas people would put music on the radio, now everyone just goes to Spotify and puts a playlist. Now, honestly, a Spotify playlist and the radio, same thing, right?
Right,
it's just more socially distributed, right? So his thing is that there's this system of payola where if you know the people who run the Spotify playlist, you send them gifts, you send them money, you go rub elbows with them, maybe
basically lobbying.
Well, it's called payola, which is illegal on radio. Anything that you do like that has to be fully disclosed that this is an ad. If someone sends you something and it makes you put their music on a playlist, you're supposed to #ad, right? Mm-hmm. Have you heard of this?
Yeah.
Payola?
Yeah. I mean,
the golden era of radio?
Oh, I know all about it. Yeah. I mean, have you not? That's how people became stars back in the day. If the DJ played your single over and over, you were a star. And if you didn't, you were done, And it's no different now. Like you say, you're right. You can be pushed to a promoted list. You can be pushed to a promoted podcast, and it will blow your podcast or radio single up. It will. And I mean, you can combat it if you have like if you're in a community of artists and you can all put each other on playlists. That helps. But yes, being on the top of, when I listen, I'm looking at the top, because a lot of time I'm driving, right? So I'll just put home and let's see, let me grab this radio station. This tailored to your taste, and I'll just play it. But I would love the option, like the new playlist for me is whack. It'll be like things from like 20 years ago re-released. I'm like, that's not new. Give me some new artists. So it's unfortunate, but as we're in the Wild West still of the internet, no one wants to really want to think about that, but we still are in kind of the infancy of it. These things are going to happen. And just like radio, it's going to happen until someone makes a big stink about it, and then who knows what's going to happen with it.
It's just like the FCC can't catch up. It's like so apparent that radio is no longer relevant, right?
Dead. Yeah, it's dead.
I mean, it's not fully dead, but it's definitely in its death throes,
dying,
right?
Yeah.
So here's 2 questions for you. A, if you were an artist and you wanted to get on the main Spotify, promoted playlist, what gift would you send the curator?
Well, I probably don't have a very good answer. That's probably why we'll never be at the top of the list. I mean,
It's a hard answer, I guess.
I mean, a good answer would be blow or cocaine. I mean, that's usually a good...
Straight to the point.
It's usually a good answer, but...
You got to know who you're selling to, I guess.
I would say most Spotify curators are probably into the cocaine if you gave it to them.
That's probably a bold assumption. Hey, I also don't think that you could get cocaine.
Me? I could.
Okay. Well, let's talk afterwards.
I could.
Okay, so if the second question is, if you were a Spotify playlist curator, what gifts would you want in order to promote someone's music?
Well, and I used to think of this years ago. My best friends call me Cash. Okay, so when you make the checkout to me, just put my nickname on there, Cash and receipt. That's it. We're done, baby. I want straight cash. I don't want gifts. I'm older now. I want money. So
money talks.
Or, and let's be truthful. I mean, we're in the era of social media and Instagram. You can promote posts, and you look at the posts, and they're all attractive people. So it's no different than if some attractive female wants to butter these nerds up that run Spotify. They're probably going to get to the top of it. Now, we don't have that luxury. I've always said if we had a hot girl as like the news girl or the sidekick, this podcast would be a lot more successful. I guarantee.
I don't know. I think people are a little bit more woke than that these days.
John, do you disagree with me on this point?
I think you're 100% correct.
Yes.
I mean, anything would make this show more successful, right? Okay, so I see your point. But what you're saying is I do honestly believe that that's an old person's train of thought. And the reason why is because kids are way more
Have you seen Instagram?
Kids are way more aware of what's going on. Like one hot girl with us 3, they're going to see right through it.
No. No, I guarantee we would get...
Maybe if it was 3 hot, smart, intelligent, had something to say females.
3 hot females.
Maybe talking about true crime or something.
I've looked at some of the popular podcasts. And
You've
these girls
looked at them? Maybe you should listen.
I've listened and looked at. And some of these girls aren't very bright. Okay, I'm just keeping it real. All right.
So, like, you are like, let's. Okay, what are you on a scale of 1 to 10?
Intelligence wise,
whatever. What did you say? Smart.
Smart as far as ability to.
You just said they weren't
well,
smart.
I'm gonna
that
clarify.
was your blanket
well, yes,
statement.
but I'm gonna clarify. Smart to
Okay.
engage, entertain, make points, be funny.
Okay.
I'm a 10. Now, I think this is proven. I am.
I think what he's saying that some of the girls on these podcasts are kind of like their brains are made of Teflon.
Yes.
Things don't stick.
Yes.
So let's normalize it. Let's say instead of 10, let's do it on a scale of 20. Let's say that you're a 10 out of 20.
No, I'm a 20.
So let's say that you're a 5 out of 10.
20.
Just for for comparison.
So let's say you are. Okay.
Okay. Let's say that you are 5 out of 10.
Yeah, you
I
are.
agree.
Okay. Yeah, you are.
So what are you giving these girls that you're
a 1.
bashing?
A 1? One, it's a local girl. She is a.
We'll just go ahead and drop some names now.
I'd rather not because she's connected to some powerful people. But she is a very attractive female, very attractive, a former stripper, and her podcast. I've listened to it. It's not that great, but she has a large percentage of guys that follow her on Instagram, and so they check out the podcast because. Guys are weird on social media. They think if they listen to these podcasts, they have a chance with these ladies. And it's no different than Twitter. Like the barrage of tweets that these women newscasters get from these guys, like these DMs that you read that they post or that they've told us about on the show. Like, dude, are you for real? Like, you thought that wasn't going to work? Or even our friend Elizabeth Donaldson has started sharing some of hers, and they are ridiculous. Like, it's like, do you really think that game wouldn't work in real life, brother? It really ain't going to work online. So I don't know. I think attractive people constantly said have an advantage in entertainment 100%. I don't even know how you could. I mean, yeah, people bring up, well, what about this guy? Well, okay, yeah, those are the outliers. Look at the majority of actors up for Best Actor every year. I mean, the majority of them are good-looking dudes. The women.
Which
majority.
ones aren't? I don't.
Steve Buscemi's not. I mean, it's one I can
still
think of offhand. I mean,
there's one. Okay, we have one.
I mean, I have to look at the list of best actors, but even actresses, the majority of them are attractive to some degree. There are not many ugly. If they are, they're the fat ones, quote unquote.
Even you look at some movies. Even there's movies out there where women are made to look ugly when they're actually. 50 First Dates, Adam Sandler movie.
Yeah.
There's a character on there that's supposed to look like mannish, but like all the prosthetics and stuff this girl's got on her, the real life actress is gorgeous.
Yeah. Or Jennifer Jason Leigh in the Freddie Prinze movie where she's one of the guys or whatever that movie's called. You're like, this girl, oh, she's got glasses? No, that makes her hotter. Like, she's hotter with the glasses, okay? Like, this is ridiculous. So I just say I would press anyone to find me a list of 10 average or subpar attractive actresses in Hollywood. It's an unfair system. Don't get me wrong. I mean, there's probably a lot of, yes, dudes probably more so, but women probably have it rougher in that aspect. You know, it's unfair. I didn't make the rules, okay? Like, but that's just what the rules are, which is crazy because Hollywood paints itself as this, oh, you know, we're for the people and we're, you know, we hate everything Trump's for and we love, but then like, you're like, you guys didn't even nominate any black actors for Best Actor. You didn't nominate a female director for Best Director. It's like these things that they champion, they don't actually follow through with. And they're like, what do? You're the ones voting in it. You're the ones that have to call it. What do you mean, what do you do? You're the ones that are causing this thing that happens. I don't know. It's still Spotify.
Well, but it's just like if you had, let's say you had a podcaster with like a really bad voice.
Yeah.
Or maybe like a thick Southern accent.
Like us, yeah, okay. Sure.
I mean, should they be podcasting? Should an unattractive person be trying to be an actor
yes.
when it's such a visual media?
I would say yes.
I mean, they test these commercials, they test these TVs, they test these movies. Attractive people test better.
It's fact.
If they put an unattractive movie and an unattractive person in a movie, it's not going to sell as well.
No, you're right. Because people are dumb. I would agree with you. Yes, people are dumb. They're cavemen. I mean, they are. They're dumb cavemen. It's
true. It doesn't reflect reality, but that's people's biggest complaint about a lot of things. Oh, it's not real. It's nothing close to being real. Well, get you some ugly actors and
look at the Avengers films. Holy crap, dude! Like, could you find any more attractive people to be in this movie? So to be a superhero, number one, you apparently have to be attractive. That's like the most important thing. It's not even anything. It's
Well,
like
there's also a lot of makeup involved, right?
oh, Chris Hemsworth, Captain America. What's his name?
Chris Evans.
Chris Evans. I mean, Robert Downey Jr. The guy. I mean, come on, man. They're all like heartthrob. Like Chris Hemsworth's like probably the perfect dude. Like I'm like, all right, man, we get it. Could Thor be kind of ugly in one story? Could he?
I mean, he kind of was.
so
They made him
dumb.
a fat alcoholic. What more do you want?
He was still attractive.
It was, but I mean, it was for laughs.
I was still like, I would look like that. Can I look like that guy? I'll pick that guy over me right now. The fat Thor is better than me. Okay. All right, I'll take
I mean, he
you.
was like the gamer dude,
Yes,
like,
he
but
was
still like the cool gamer dude.
I thought he was cooler when he was like that. So
We got something coming from the chat. The lady from Pitch Perfect is an unattractive
Rebel
lady.
Wilson. It's always one of fat female, and she's also a lot of weights. But that's the stick they do. It's what's the lady from SNL? I can't think of her name right now.
Melissa McCarthy.
Melissa McCarthy. It's either her.
You also, but also look at that. Look at the men that are unattractive usually are comedians.
Jack Black. You got your
All of Adam Sandler's friends.
yeah, Rob Schneider, David Spade,
Not Get Out.
Kevin James, even Chris Farley. It was the whole setup was he's a fat, funny guy. So if you're not
And
attractive,
that's Rebel Wilson.
yeah, it is. She,
But I
yeah.
mean,
And Melissa McCarthy.
So
Yeah.
just to bring it back to Spotify music, obviously, if you have a playlist and you're loading it up with crappy music, people are not going to listen to the playlist anyway, right? So isn't it kind of a
They'll-
catch-22
they'll at
statement
least
there?
they'll at least get a stream out of it, and they get paid for those streams. So it still kind of bounces.
Well, what
out.
I'm saying is, if you have a bad playlist, people are not going to tune in as frequently.
Do you?
If you have a playlist that has bangers on every track, you're way more likely to attract more people in.
but
more people
what
are
is your
willing to share it.
definition of good? Do you think Imagine Dragons are good music?
To me personally,
Yes.
I don't listen
Okay,
to a lot of
but
Imagine
guess what,
Dragons, but a
though?
lot of there's different playlists for different people. Sure.
Right. So
Right.
The dummies out here, the dummies of America, and there's a lot of them. I mean, Trump's in office.
I'm one of
okay,
them.
the Trump's in
Okay.
office.
I'm a
Okay, so
dummy,
just
sure.
say what you want about it. They're gonna listen to whatever's pushed in front of them. They have like Josh Baker said it best. Most people really don't like music. They say they like music, but they don't really like music. They just like listening to something that's on. Like I would say us three love music. Like yeah, if it's shit, I'm not listening to it.
Yeah.
But a lot of people listen to whatever's put in front of them, and they don't think about it, and the less they have to think. And that was like a theme in like the Lego movie, which I thought was kind of funny, was everything is awesome. It's just pumping that one song in your head, and you think, oh, that's a great song. And then finally someone's going, no, it's a terrible song. What do you think that's good? I do got to say about Spotify. So they do host podcasts. I saw something today from, oh my God, Decibel Geek Podcast were actually kicked off of Spotify because they play commercial music on their podcast, and they've been banned from Spotify for playing like songs on there.
I mean, it kind of makes sense, right?
Well, it means they're listening, I guess, to some podcasts.
Well, they have an algorithm, I'm sure.
I don't know, but they were banned. So
I think it's, probably works the same way YouTube does.
yeah. I
Well,
guess.
I mean, just to give you an idea for the listeners at home, last week we had Jen Starsinic in the studio live, and at the end of our YouTube had actually flagged that song as this video cannot be monetized because it contains copyright material. Now, this is a live, never before guitar solo piece that's being flagged by YouTube.
it's
So,
weird.
I mean, their algorithms have improved quite a bit, so
Yeah.
they don't have to do much work. The server never complains about overtime, that's for sure.
Yeah. Oh well.
Well, I mean, how do you feel about that? Should podcasters be allowed to play commercial music without? I mean, it's basically pirating.
I would say
They don't
yes.
have licensing for
I
it?
would say yes, mainly because if I was an artist, I look at it like if I was an artist, would I want a music podcast playing my songs? Hell to the yes, because if they like the song enough, they're gonna go get the song. Like,
What if Joe Rogan did it? What if Joe Rogan played?
oh, they wouldn't kick him. No way.
Well, they'd want royalties for sure.
And you deserve royalties.
But that's my point. Is like,
Uh,
why should Joe Rogan and Decibel Geeks be any different?
Well, I don't think
Other than the fact that Joe Rogan has millions more
right,
listeners.
and
of
they're
course.
not going to ban Joe Rogan. They're just going to say, hey, you need to get these licensed. I think to make an effort to reach out and go, do you have? If they reached out to us in the ideal world, do you have the rights to do the Jen Starsinic? Well, yeah, dude, she was right here playing it. Yes, we obviously had her permission. She played the song.
Or maybe she doesn't have rights to her own song. Is
I
that
mean,
the
that would
whole
be
Taylor
weird.
Swift? Taylor Swift wasn't allowed to play some of her songs
No,
live.
but that's actually not true. I read Taylor Swift
Okay,
is a
well, tell
liar.
us-
Taylor
tell-
Swift is a liar. Number one, I cannot.
I mean, I've listened to her music. It's pretty apparent that she lies.
I cannot
Sure.
stand her at all now. And I used to be like, give the girl a break. Now I'm like, no, because we've already found out she lied about a Kanye West thing, and now she's lying about. No, she could. The guy came out in a statement. The guy she's feuding with, his name's Scooter or something like that, and he said, "No, I cannot stop you from playing that song. Now I will get money off of it, but you can play. You can, as a bar band, can go play covers all night. No one can stop you from doing it.
Are you supposed to pay money if you cover a song though? I know you're supposed to do it if you record.
If you get money for a song, you have to pay royalties off of it. But if you're not getting anything off of that song, then you
Okay,
don't.
just so everyone at home knows, John is not a lawyer. He's not a copyright lawyer, so
But he plays one on a podcast.
you
so
might want to double check that fact.
No, John, lawyer, I trust him. Okay, and Festlove says she's a Hendersonville fake. Factual.
Does that mean she's supposed to be from Hendersonville and lying about it? Is that what that
She
means?
is from Hendersonville, and she is a liar, I think.
She's just from Hendersonville and also a
yeah.
fake.
And everybody in Hendersonville doesn't like her
So
either.
she's status quo for Hendersonville.
Yeah, she's
Okay.
terrible. Okay.
All right.
All right, well,
So where do you want to go next?
so I guess we got to talk about the big story. I mean, obviously. I mean,
What, coronavirus?
that we definitely need to talk about that. But obviously the big news
Mr.
this
Peanut
week.
dying.
Well, we can talk about that too because that commercial's not happening anymore.
Krystal's
and none of it's
closing?
happening anymore because obviously Kobe Bryant passed away this past weekend in a helicopter crash, tragic event. And I was in traffic driving, and Corey, my brother-in-law, texted me and said, "Did you just hear Kobe is dead?" And I went, "What are you talking about? No, he's not." And I was checking my feed in Twitter on the road. I was like, "No, this can't be right." And TMZ was the only agency that had reported it. Well, turns out, as usual, TMZ is breaking news all the time. They're constantly breaking news. It's crazy. And yes, Kobe Bryant was in a helicopter with 9 other people. Helicopter crashed and he died. And it sent a lot of shockwaves through, sports media, obviously, pop culture. It was honored at the Grammys. I mean, this guy was a larger than life character. There's a lot of things we can talk about. I will say, number one, I love Kobe Bryant. I mean, I
loved Kobe
I look
Bryant?
back and I normally don't get sad. We talked about this.
Would you go to his candlelight vigil?
No, I would not go to his candlelight vigil. But I was kind of sad about this, and I've thought about it quite a bit since this happened in a number of ways. Just thinking about his daughter was with him and dying like that. But Kobe Bryant is one of my 3 favorite players of all time, and I'm talking across all sports. Like, I forgot how I actually had this old blog I found, and like half the blog was just me literally writing about Kobe Bryant and Shaq, like how like these guys are the best. I love them, and I used to watch all of his games, and I loved his mentality, and I just it made me sad. I didn't cry. I was but I was like, damn, that sucks, man. But
what did you like about Kobe?
I just loved watching him play. He was one of the greatest players I've ever seen play.
He was
the
being
game.
while he was playing, he was being compared to Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Not only LeBron James, Michael Jordan, all the greats,
Right.
right? It was always when any great would come along.
He was he came out right out of high school, right?
Right. Yeah.
And at the time, Sean Kemp was probably
It was
one other
him,
person.
and there was a couple, maybe 2
Very
other guys.
few.
Yeah.
But I mean, as far as people that came out that quickly, he was probably number 1.
Oh yeah, for sure.
won what is it, an Oscar?
Won an Oscar for his
Oscar?
documentary. But
Pretty
then the
crazy.
thing that looms over him, which is hard not to bring. I mean, okay, we'll just say he was accused of rape at one point.
I mean,
Well, he was never found guilty in a
he
court of law.
admitted to it, didn't he?
I don't think he admitted.
He admitted to the sex, but not
He said,
it was
now,
consensual.
I don't know how grab
He
it.
didn't think
I've
that
read
he
those.
thought there was consent.
I've read the transcripts many times. I mean, I was very wanting to know, did this guy do this or not? What we can say for sure in the court of law, the legal court of law, he was never found guilty of rape.
Okay. But regardless, kind of a sleazy thing to do as a married man, not in an open relationship.
Well, that's between him and his wife. And his wife never divorced him. She never left him. And so we get into this thing where we're at this cancel culture where we're going, but that is between him and his wife. It's not in between. Like, if I knew the guy, like if I was best friends with him, that has nothing to do with our
I don't know if
relationship.
that's necessarily accurate because, like, Bill Clinton got impeached from the Oval
Well-
Office for a BJ,
But that's stupid.
right?
It should have never happened.
But now they're saying even we're in the middle of an impeachment trial, and Ken Starr is coming out and saying like, "Oh yeah, we should have impeached Bill Clinton for that, but we should not impeach for obstruction of
well,
justice."
no. But see, there's where you're wrong. Bill Clinton was not impeached for that. He was impeached because he lied under testimony about the incident and committed perjury. That's what he was impeached for. The sex act itself, he was never impeached for, and that is factual.
Well, that's kind of why he was there, though.
No, he shouldn't have lied. He should have owned up to it.
No one should lie, but it's the reason why he was there.
Sometimes
Come on.
Sometimes you have to lie. But anyway,
But you shouldn't. Maybe you have to.
sometimes you have to.
Okay, so it's a big deal.
It
Like,
is,
okay,
and
it's a
people have
big
used
deal.
this death. Like, just let the man and his fans have their day. Why do people have to get on social media and go, well, you know, everyone's out here mourning, but we should be mourning the death of rape culture. And I'm just like, all right, slow down. Okay, slow down. Okay, no one is going to say, you're right, that what he did was right. Okay, cheated on
Thank
his
you.
wife.
Okay.
Cheated on his wife.
No
That's
one's
wrong.
going to say that for sure.
Okay. May have raped her. You get into this thing of what is consent, and this is a conversation today with young people. What do you have to ask for consent every step of the way? Which a lot of people go, well, that's stupid. I mean, because have you ever asked for consent? Okay, can I kiss you? Okay, cool. Can I do this? Yeah. Okay, can I say? Like, I've never had that conversation. Never raped anybody. I think you know.
Maybe.
Well, I mean, that I know of. Maybe somebody will come forth one day and say I did, but
No, the correct answer is no. You always.
well, I'm being sarcastic, obviously, but no. But what I would say is
That
something.
means someone would have to admit to having
That's true. That's why I'm safe. So I'm safe. But anyways, I feel it's a big loss. I feel the NBA needs to change the logo.
No, the NBA does not need
It's
to
time to
change the
move on. You
logo.
can move teams change their logos all the time.
They're going to change the logo to an image of Kobe.
It's a silhouette of him. It's Jerry West now. I mean,
Oh, I didn't realize it was the actual player.
I think it's Jerry West. Yeah, it's
Oh,
an actual
all right.
player. So
Well, you just changed my mind.
So anyway,
Yeah,
what do
change
you
the
think?
logo.
What were your thoughts, Lee?
So I've never been a fan of professional basketball.
Okay.
You obviously hold
Love
it
it.
very dear
Love
to your
it.
heart.
Love it.
I know he was in some Sprite commercials, maybe.
Sure.
Right. I'm not a big fan of Sprite commercials.
Bunch of commercials.
So, like, obviously, when I heard that he died, I wasn't that upset.
Okay.
It's tragic that someone dies at such a young age, especially to have their family in there, other people that he was in.
Mm-hmm.
I've even heard some conspiracy
Oh
theories
yeah,
floating
those
around
are out,
online.
brother. Those are
He was
out.
evidently embroiled in a legal battle with a huge
That's
pharmaceutical
one
company.
guy. Don't spread.
Listen to
Don't
this.
spread that.
But listen to this. Over, they were wanting to use
Black Mamba
Black Mamba
as
for.
as a name of a medicine.
I mean, that sounds so
Stupid.
crazy. But anyway, supposedly the helicopter was flying in fog,
Mm-hmm.
and radars work. I don't know. Helicopters are extremely difficult to fly.
Very dangerous. Yes.
You think of all the great people we've lost in helicopters, famous people, musicians,
Who?
athletes. The list is long. Like, go on.
Oh, wait a minute. No.
The
Who?
names are escaping me right
People
now.
have died in plane crashes. Now I'll
and
give you that.
helicopters.
Well, I don't know of any.
There's been a lot. There's been a lot of people. If you go back
But
and
plane
look,
crash, obviously John Denver died in a plane crash. You had
the Big
the
Bopper,
Big
Richie
Bopper,
Valens.
yes, of course, Stevie Ray Vaughan,
Buddy Holly,
Randy Rhodes.
Richie
Rhodes.
Valens.
I think Randy Rhodes did die in a helicopter crash.
I think Stevie Ray Vaughan died in a.
I'm pretty sure
Helicopter.
Randy Rhodes did. I'm very sure he did. So,
I mean,
anyways,
they're
yes, there's
inherently
people who died.
dangerous
Yes,
vehicles,
yes,
right?
okay.
I'm surprised more people don't die.
Well, they probably do.
Like
Just-
Kobe Bryant probably spent a lot of time in a helicopter.
Oh, I'm sure.
Compared to most people, right?
Well, he said he was sitting in traffic one day, stuck in L.A. traffic, which is terrible, and it was a 2-hour drive to get 5 minutes across town. And he thought, well, I'm not going to do this anymore because I want to spend as much time as I can with my kids at the game, after the game. So that's when he started taking the helicopter. So that's kind of.
I mean, if I had access to a helicopter, I would do it too. But I mean, it is tragic that he was so young, and I mean, it's really sad because my thing was, and you saw it all over social media. People were upset.
yeah.
They connect to basketball. In particular, they connect to Kobe Bryant because he was the pinnacle
Greatness
of the game
Yeah.
for a long time. So these people were literally in tears.
No, of course.
I saw one guy posting that said, like, if you weren't alive during 9/11, then you know how it felt. Like, they were literally comparing the death. But then you have these other people that don't even want to give people that moment,
yeah.
that want
I
to
know.
point out all his faults and stuff. And it is kind of sad that we can't even give the man
That's what I'm saying. Like,
his due respect. Like I'm not that upset about it because I wasn't a huge Kobe Bryant fan. I didn't grow up watching or listening or watching basketball, so it wasn't that close to me. But I'm still gonna give those people the room to to grieve and rip out their boy, if you will.
Right. So, John, any thoughts you had? I mean, when you heard the news?
I mean, to me, the most important thing in my life is my kids and the fact that he was a father, and they seemed really close, him and his daughter.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I would say so.
And I just, that kind of breaks my heart.
It's sad. And, I mean, I've gone back and thought, like, how horrific would that be? To have your child with you. You're going down. You know it's over. Like,
Well, they probably.
No, you knew, bro. The helicopter was going like 100+ miles an hour.
That's what I'm saying. You probably don't have any time.
Yeah, you're right. But you probably do a split, though.
That split second probably seems like hours, though, when it's happening.
I don't know. I hope I never find out. But
I mean, we've all been on a plane and had really bad turbulence. Like, you're just in a state
That's
of panic.
a little bit different,
You're just in a state of panic.
Well, speaking of crying, J. Rob said he cried. He's in the chat right now. He didn't say it in the chat. He said it on social media. He said that it should name the All-Star game after him, MVP after him.
I mean, I expect him to cry over anything.
And Shaq was on TV. He was crying. I mean, it's like he said, it's like his brother, and
Yeah,
there's times when you see something that's about to fall off the off a table and it feels like it's going in slow motion.
Yeah,
I imagine that.
You're still on the helicopter.
Yeah, I mean,
but I would say helicopter tourist attractions probably took a big nosedive this weekend. So if you had stock in that game, you're in trouble, brother.
Is there some publicly traded helicopter tourism?
But I'm just saying. But there's people that make their money doing that, and now I'm like, I would never ever get on a helicopter.
Buy low, this is when you buy helicopter stock.
So this story segues into the Mr. Peanut story, another rip. So we rip Kobe Bryant in all seriousness. But Mr. Peanut of Planter's Peanut has passed away. Now you're asking, how is this possible? How is this possible? So they killed the peanut guy. Apparently, he went off a cliff and saved these people's lives. And obviously, this was a setup for a Super Bowl commercial, is what it was going to be. Well, now that this has happened, Planters is like, no, we're done.
He's dead forever.
I don't know what they're going to do. They'll probably just bring him back next year.
They were planning on doing a funeral during the third quarter.
Okay. Now, when they're not now.
Yeah, so.
I mean, they probably still will, right?
No. They've said no. We're not doing it. And there was another company that was going to do a helicopter ad or some kind of helicopter, and they're like, nope, we're done too. So you saw this happen a lot after 9/11 happened in the music industry. A lot of bands.
Movies, there's a lot of scenes that got cut out. I mean, the first Spider-Man movie, there was a scene where there was oddly enough, a helicopter was suspended between the two towers.
They took that out.
And
a lot of bands had to rename their album. Jimmy World, their album was called Bleed American, which will always be called to me, but now it's just called Jimmy World. That's whack. Bush had a song called Speed Kills. They had to crash that single. There's a whole just because people didn't want anything about death or killing after 9/11.
So silly.
So now we're like, well, we can't even show a commercial because someone might be upset about it. I mean, it's a freaking peanut, man. I mean, would we really get that upset if he died? He's not even real, man. The man's not even. He's a peanut with a freaking monocle on. Give me a break about this stupid stuff. I just think people are whack. They're out of control. Okay.
I did read an article about this, and they said that the driving force was because of people's reaction to Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man character when he died in
really? So that was why they were going to kill him.
That's why they were killing him.
Okay. And he was going to be apparently. This may be a joke or an article. I forget, but apparently his funeral was going to be him being cremated as a peanut butter jar.
God.
I think that was the end of the commercial. I think it was what they were going to do in the commercial.
I believe it. It's just a little much.
Now we got to talk about sickness is going around. Everybody's getting sick.
Are we getting down with the sickness?
Getting down with sickness.
That's my scream core sound.
It's good Disturbed impersonation. Okay, I took my son to the doctor today, and there was a lot of people there. It's flu time, it's sick time. Your daughter's sick with the flu. And I was observing this woman sitting across. Everybody's wearing the mask. Everybody.
Standard issue.
I put one on. I was like, dude,
Yeah,
I'm
I
just
would
putting it on.
too.
Like, I'm not taking a
Did
chance.
you have the gloves?
No gloves. But
Oh, you gotta get the
I hit
gloves.
the hand sanitizer a couple times. But
Okay.
so a
Did you
story.
wash your face with a hand sanitizer?
I should have. A story came on.
Gurgle
It
with
was
hand
about
sanitizer.
it was about the coronavirus. Now, scientists have determined they've issued 2 alerts. If you went to either a Kenny Chesney or a Jimmy Buffett concert, you need to go get treated for the
Are you
coronavirus.
serious?
No, I'm joking.
I was gonna say that's actually kind of funny.
That's a joke I just made. Yes, I was
Okay.
a corona. No, it's running in the news.
There was something about a Kenny Chesney concert in the news recently. I don't remember what it was.
This woman was sitting in front of me, jerked her head around to face the television, and I thought she was going to break her neck, and she's just like, her eyes were so wide about the coronavirus. Why is the media doing this? What is the population of China, just if you had to guess?
I don't know.
It's like 1 billion.
2 billion.
2 billion
Probably
people.
more than that.
I think it's around there. Just say 2 to 3 billion. Okay?
Okay.
500 people out of 2 billion people have this coronavirus.
No, there's more people that have that. I think that's the number of people who have died.
500.
There's been like thousands of people with it.
Okay,
reported.
thousands out
As
of
far
2
as I know.
billion. The media is treating this like they do every time some flu virus comes around. What was it before this? What was it before the coronavirus? Anyone remember what was the
SARS.
Rico? What is it?
It was
Exactly,
the SARS
John.
Virus.
What
it was
is-
the Mars virus.
And then it was the what was the swine flu?
Swine
and then
flu,
it was
bird
the
flu.
bird flu, and then it was something else and something else. And my wife's asking me like, why did they do this? Because it sells. Because people will watch the TV and go, "Oh my God, we're going to get the coronavirus." They don't even know what it is. You may have already
well,
had
first
it.
off, just so you know, it's not actually the coronavirus.
Whatever.
It's called a nominal coronavirus. Coronavirus is actually a group of viruses.
Okay.
They're calling it nominal because it's new. Or sorry, novel. I apologize, novel, because they don't have a name for it yet.
Okay.
It's so new.
What's its name now?
But the SARS virus is a coronavirus as well.
okay.
And they believe it originated from the same place, which in China they
They're
have.
they're making these.
Well, they have open air wild games, so it's
They're making these. No, I'm telling you.
not
Yes,
making them.
these are being manufactured.
No, they're
Yes,
not.
they are. I'm telling
they're
you.
not being manufactured. Okay,
They are being manufactured.
Let me tell you what
right
is
now.
actually happening.
This is their plan against America.
Okay,
I'm telling
so this is the coronaviruses actually affect, I think, swine.
you. Okay.
And
Interesting. Interesting.
So humans can be carriers, but it normally doesn't affect us in harmful ways. But what is happening is they have these markets where they bring wildlife in, and the theory is that it passes to an animal that then is capable of passing it back to a human
Interesting. So pigs.
in a
Pigs.
bad form.
I wonder which country in the world consumes the most pork. I would wonder where that would be. Could it be the United States
I
of
have no
America?
idea. Is it?
We know it is 100%. This country's so fat and out of shape.
Just
I
all
love
bacon.
bacon, okay?
What about ham?
This is their plan. They have incubated
Pork
this
rinds.
in somewhere. Wherever their little
Look,
factories
if
are.
you can go with the crazy coronavirus conspiracy theories, why can I not come with the LeBron?
This-
the Kobe Bryant
Because
conspiracy
mine is true.
theories?
I've got inside scoop sources that have
Let
been
me go
feeding
get
me
you
this
Let me
information.
get you a tinfoil hat.
I'm breaking the scoops right now, okay? Now, their plan is to get it over in America.
No.
And they're then going to hit the swines. The South will die instantly because of the obsession with bacon. I've never.
Why is it the
like,
South with an
dude,
obsession with bacon?
I love bacon, man, but it's not like the greatest thing that's ever existed. John, are you one of those bacon people?
I like bacon a lot, but it's nothing compared to chocolate.
Okay, thank you.
You know what?
Lee,
really,
are you a bacon
you
man?
know what makes me angry?
Are you a
yeah,
bacon
let me tell
man?
you what makes me
Oh,
angry.
here we go.
When you take a filet mignon
Uh-huh.
and you wrap it in bacon.
Yeah, okay.
You
All
take
right.
like the best cut of meat and then you wrap it in the bacon.
People love it.
That's horrible. Why
People-
would you do that? The bacon is a very simplistic food, and it has its place. Don't get me wrong. A slice of well-cooked bacon at breakfast, a club sandwich. You know, you
Okay.
put bacon with some roast beef
Yeah,
or something.
sure. Yeah.
As a topping on salads, great. But yeah,
Salads.
little backing bit,
Stupid.
little bacon bit.
Salads are.
He's not knocking the bacon bits. He's knocking the salad
Just
underneath
eat the
it.
damn bacon. I mean, what are you doing? Why is lettuce on my plate? Like, I don't need that.
How do you feel about bacon and chocolate? Was a big thing a couple of years ago.
I No.
No.
Pass. Hard pass.
So now you're just completely off the pork altogether at this point?
I
No,
mean,
I still love bacon.
I've been embracing my
Right.
heritage, as we've talked about. I'm from Africa. You know, it's confirmed.
God, here we go.
Confirmed.
Conspiracy theory number 2.
No, confirmed DNA test.
Not confirmed.
Scientific. Do you not believe in science? So you're a Trump fan. Okay. Science is confirmed I'm from Africa. Okay. And I've started to look into maybe the Muslim way of life. Okay. And we,
The Muslim?
that's how we say it.
Oh, okay. We.
And we.
Who is we?
We do not indulge in the swine. Okay. That is
Okay.
a unclean animal. John
You
knows
are?
this. It's
Kosher.
It's
Kosher.
biblically
only.
speaking, it's an unclean animal. John knows it's true. Can you dispute this? That it's a
It's a hoofed animal.
hoofed
hoofed
animal. It's
animal.
so
Animal.
we, my people, we're trying to stay away from that. It's not good for you. Okay, that's what I'm telling you.
Okay, so the big story that I see coming out of this,
Yes.
if we do honestly believe that the novel coronavirus is just a sham and it's just a news
Fake.
story,
Yeah.
the real news story is that people are being extremely racist to Chinese people that they
Aye.
see like in the subway. I saw one guy on Twitter that was like, tomorrow I'm just going to cough. He was Asian from his AVI. He's like, I'm just going to cough loudly on the subway tomorrow so
Oh.
that I can identify all the racists.
I don't think that's racist, brother. I mean, I think that's just. I mean,
It could be people that are paranoid.
I don't want anybody coughing in a subway anyway. That's
Right.
like,
But
that's,
I think what they're saying is like people that are latent racist might not on a day-to-day basis expose themselves. But now that the coronavirus is, they feel like you're saying that's not racist. They feel like it's okay to hate on people of Asian descent simply because of this thing that's going on the other side of the world.
I would say there's more better reasons to not like China, the country, as multiple things they've done in the last 6 months. Then we don't need this virus to do that. You know, I don't know, stripping away human rights of the people that live there, killing kids if they're girls. I think we got this covered without one guy going around coughing on people. That's a way to get your ass beat, really. Chinese, black, white.
It does seem kind of odd to do it in the middle of flu season.
I get he's
for
telling
sure.
a joke, but
probably not.
China's bad news. Like I would never go there.
Never.
Never. No.
Never.
Not in the current situation we're in. No. I had a friend that I worked with, and he was a missionary, and they went over to China, and they had to leave in the middle of the night because it was not about to be good. They were about to be.
But I mean, don't you feel the Chinese people are kind of suffering against the politics of the people in power anyway?
Oh, well, sure. But what are they going to do? I mean, it's a strong military regime. It's a dictatorship almost, and that's where you live. It's the unfortunate part of life is that we're lucky. We were born in America. That's great for us. And then the people that were born in third world countries or the Middle East or women born in the Middle East or anybody born in China, it's unfortunate.
Well, I think the point is, the news story anyway, is like, sure, there's the political horrible things that are happening. They don't typically fuel xenophobia, but you have a virus outbreak, and anyone that is even slightly racist is suddenly,
Oh, well, sure.
sure,
sure.
blowing it out of proportion.
Yeah, I guess
and,
so.
You know,
I can see that. Racists are racist, man. I mean, I don't know.
Is
What
what
are you
it
going to
is,
say?
man.
I mean, racists are racist. Sometimes you don't need to point out. And then the ultimate rip here is that the Krystal Burger Company, one of the greatest restaurants that's ever existed. I mean, when you look at it's the greatest bang for your buck. Golden Corral, number 1. Number 2, Krystal. And number 3, any Chinese buffet in America are 3 of the best bang for your buck places in America. Like, you can get more bang for your buck there.
that'd be White Castle.
Don't bring that weak stuff in here, okay? We're talking Krystal is like top shelf liquor.
I mean,
White Castle's bottom shelf
I don't.
liquor, okay?
They're filing for bankruptcy, so I'm not sure
Because-
that people agree with you.
But
on
we
that
come
one.
back to this because people are stupid and they don't know what they're doing, okay? Krystal is come at me. Someone tell me I'm wrong. Krystal
Okay,
is one
I
of the
think
greatest
Krystal-
restaurants in the world.
If you are having like some kind of constipation and you really want to get
Okay.
things moving,
Okay.
Krystal's is a great
no,
choice. I agree with you. When's the last time you even had a Krystal burger?
It's been too long, probably 6 months ago.
6 months?
Yeah.
I think you're lying. I think
No.
it's been like 2 years.
No, it's been about 6
I
months. You
think
can
it's been 2 years.
you could ask my wife
I'm
next
gonna
time
go
you
check
see
the
her.
receipts.
John, Krystal. Thoughts?
I like it.
Love it. I love it.
I like the Krystal chick. I'm not. I can't get a
you
crate.
are not even a man.
I can't get like
anymore,
no. What's
you
wrong
know?
with Krystal chick? I feel like that's
No, it's
perfectly
good,
acceptable.
but it's like the redheaded stepson
I don't
of the Krystal burger.
I don't think that Krystal is kosher, first off.
But you know what Krystal has
So
done?
you're going to have a real time hard eating Krystal in the future.
Do you know the Krystal? I did eat there less than 6 months ago because me and Clay went there. About to tell you this story. It's less than 6 months. It was 2 months ago. Krystal has an all you can eat for $6.99, and it's all you can.
That
eat.
should be
And
the first
that's
sign.
why they went bankrupt.
That might be why. We were sitting there eating, and we debated the merits of getting that, but we had to go back to work. It's probably not a good idea. There was a couple, not even medium-sized couple, a man and a woman. They got it, and they knocked about 9 or 10 of those bad boys out. Like, so you get 5 up front, then you can go back and get like I think 4 at a time. So they knocked out 9, and fries each time. Dude, what a deal! What a time to be
and
alive
Krystal's
in the
still
world.
making money off of that. I'm sure.
This is sad.
How much you
though.
think it makes? It costs like a Krystal burger realistically
like
cost
2
to make?
cents? 2 cents?
2 cents? What a world we live in.
What a world! What a time to be alive! I know Kobe died, but Krystal's alive, baby. We got to
There you
celebrate
go.
life. I'm going to Krystal this weekend. Damn it, I don't care. So that's sad that a lot of Krystals, a lot of people not from the South have never even heard of Krystal, never tried it. That's sad. That's the world we live in.
I hadn't heard of it until I moved down here.
See, so thank God you were saved by moving down here. All right. Well, I guess that's all the news stories. So, is it time for everyone's favorite segment, Dear John?
Dear John, dear John, by the time you read these lines, I'll be gone.
There we go. It is time for Dear John. That's right. Lee has got someone that has written in. They need advice. I will say last week I laughed so hard when you gave your advice and Jen just went, no, John, no. That was so great.
No, John, not this time.
All right, Lee, go ahead and read said question.
Okay, this one comes in. Dear John, my brother and his wife recently had their second child through induced labor. On the delivery day, my mother asked what she could do to help. My brother asked her to go to his home, which is an hour away, sweep and vacuum the house, change the sheets, and do the laundry because they didn't have time to do it. I feel it was extremely inappropriate. Picking up diapers and making sure the bassinet has clean sheets are acceptable requests. Cleaning the house is not. My mother wasn't bothered by it, but I am appalled. Am I wrong from stuck in the middle?
Here we go. Let's see if John can turn this on the person that wrote in. Here we go.
He didn't ask you to do it.
Oh, my God.
On the flip side, though, it was induced. They knew they were going. They knew when they were going. They should have. I mean, you should have your house in some kind of, constant repair where you shouldn't be that bad. But I mean, in all honesty, if your mom don't have a problem with it, then you shouldn't either. It's not really your business. But yeah, that is it's quite a laundry list of things to ask their mom to do. But yeah, if it doesn't bother her, then it shouldn't bother you.
Or does it bother the mother and really she's just a nice person and she's not going to say anything about it? I mean, are they taking advantage of the mother is what I really look at. I mean, you're talking number one, the drive. An hour away, bro. An hour away.
Well, the mom's probably going to be at the house. Like, there's a lot of details left out of here. The mother could have just went to the house before the baby got home.
No, she said
and,
she asked. No, she said
and been there waiting until the family comes home.
That's not how I read that at all. If she's saying it was an hour away and she said, "What can you do?" He said, "You can go to my house and clean it up." That means hour there, hour back.
We don't know that.
Now,
though.
what if something happened in the hospital? Something, an emergency situation.
What could is the mom going to pull out a scalpel and start doing
but
surgery?
Sometimes just being there for someone is like a big benefit, like just being there emotionally, mentally. She's done it before, obviously. She's got kids. She knows the process. There's a whole lot going into this. I would say, what kind of man is having his mother
do his laundry?
Do his laundry.
Probably a lot.
You think so? When's the
Yes.
last time your mother did your laundry?
Oh, my God.
Thank you.
It was
John, when's the last time your mother did your laundry?
I was doing my own laundry at 12.
Thank you. So I think we can all consent at the table here. This is messed up. I feel this man has been taking advantage of his mother for years, okay?
The mom wanted something to do, okay?
I mean, go do a crossword puzzle, bro.
No,
But you're talking
she wants to help.
That's laziness. So
It's laziness to want to help.
I think this is, you talked about why people love the Kobe. You know, why did they love Kobe Bryant? Because his message of get the damn job done. And like John said, you knew this date was happening. You knew the date that was happening on. Your lazy ass didn't want to clean your own house. And your wife, I wouldn't expect her to do it. She's 9 months pregnant. She just feels like crap. You are a lazy son of a bitch, the brother, okay?
We don't.
So would I be appalled? Hell yeah. If you were taking advantage, Lee is my brother, if you're first time listening, you were taking advantage of Mom, I would not only be appalled, I would let you know about it. So I would say you need to confront this son of a gun and tell him he is a bastard, okay? Now, I don't know if he's actually a bastard, but just tell him he's a bastard. And here's the thing. I've learned this through life experiences. You have to be willing to be the bad guy sometimes. You have to embrace that role. Everything you do in life, you're not going to be the good guy. You need to be the bad guy in this one, even if it upsets everyone. You need to let them know this is not cool. It should have never happened. I hope you can get it done. I know some people don't like confrontation. Push past your boundaries and get. That's what I.
Look,
that's
I think
what
you're
I'm
off
saying.
Base here,
Well,
man. Like obviously, if
you're not even in the ballpark,
listen,
son. So
if the brother has a problem, he should air his grievances.
It's his sister or
but
brother.
Other than that, it's his brother. But other than that,
okay.
the requests between the mother and the brother are their own business. Like, stop being. This is like the person that's on Open Door in the neighborhood association, looking through the blinds, all up in someone else's business. Okay, we get it. You do your laundry. You don't even. He's probably not even. He's such a busybody. He's probably not even married.
He was at the hospital.
There's probably
what do you
zero
mean?
chance that this other guy, that the brother's ever going to have a kid. If you get where I'm going with that.
No,
okay?
no,
So-
that's off base.
so-
You're attacking. So now you're attacking them too. So
Yes.
you two like to attack the people that write into this show.
In this
That's
particular
Lee
instance.
and John. If you ever thought,
I'm just
hey,
relishing the fact that Lee's on my side for once.
If you ever sat there and thought, hey, that David guy, he says crazy things. He's a terrible dude. Let's send him.
You were right,
As one
first
listener
off.
did, send me a bag of gummy dicks. These are the bad guys right here. These are the bad guys. I'm
You
the
were
good
wrong,
guy.
sir.
Robin from the chat. Not right. He should apologize for his mess and should have planned better.
He should
Thank
have planned
you.
better.
Best listeners in the world. They agree with me. You're wrong. You're wrong. Eat it. What's your final
That's another
advice, John?
man's
What's
wife.
your final advice, John? Just give it. Do it.
You can mock them. You can make fun of them.
There
That's
you
what
go.
we would do in my family.
like
but
that, okay.
At the end of the day, it's not your business.
There you go.
All right.
Dear John.
Mind your business. Put him in a fat suit.
All right, that's Dear John. So if you want to send in a question, bybpod@gmail.com. That is bybpod@gmail.com. All right, well, we didn't talk about our weeks. Has anything happened? We got the Super Bowl coming up this Sunday. Now, open invite. If you want to come over to my house, I'm having a Super Bowl party. I know you probably won't want to go.
That's a Sunday night, right?
Yeah, and
It's
John.
a hard ticket.
John doesn't. He's going to be sleeping. But are you invested in the game at all? What
So
percentage?
Let's see.
What
Let me
percentage?
guess who's playing. The Kansas City Chiefs are obviously
That's correct.
playing.
All right. Versus,
And the second team is
Here we go.
an NFC team.
Yeah.
Which-
That's how it
Way to
works.
break it down.
Like there's like two of them, I
They're
think.
on the West
I don't
Coast.
know.
They're on the West Coast.
The Chargers.
Almost
No.
the same colors.
They're on the West Coast. They've won a
The
lot.
most famous quarterback ever played for both teams.
That is true. Well, of his
In my
time.
opinion.
Yeah, of his time.
The San Francisco 49ers.
Yes,
There you
very
go.
good.
Okay.
So who do you think is going to win based on all your great knowledge?
Well,
you
I
just
gotta go with
dropped?
Mahomes, right?
Mahomes. Yes.
Mahomes.
All right, John.
I think the Chiefs are going to take it.
So how much are you invested in the game?
I mean, I'd like to see the Chiefs win, but I'm not like really.
Are you going to watch it?
I'll watch parts of it, but
Okay.
not. I mean,
So
obvious-
percentage-wise, investment, 10%, 20.
I'll give it 20%.
Okay. Lee, you were making buttons. Now, what percentage? 1%.
Probably. You know how much
Will
I
you
love
watch it?
commercials.
Will you watch any of
No,
it?
probably not.
Are you really one of those people that's not going to watch the Super Bowl? Did you watch it last year?
I did not.
When's the last time you watched one that you can remember?
Probably 4 or 5 years ago.
How are we brothers? How are we
I
related?
used to be into football,
How
but
are
now
we related? How are we related? I don't know. My concern, my investment, 100%. I love this game. I love the NFL. Obviously, I cannot wait. I love it. Super Bowl. Monday after should be a holiday. Confirmed 100%.
Do you have a pick?
Oh, Chiefs. I'm going to say like 30-27. So
You think it'll be that close?
yeah, I think it'll be close.
I think it'll be a little bit further.
Okay. I mean, it's evenly matched, and it's a 1-point favorite Chief, and Vegas is usually pretty close. I mean, sometimes those games do get out of hand, but we'll see. I just love it. I love the whole environment, the food, the people coming over, the hype, the game, the commercials. So halftime, we got J-Lo, Shakira. Are you a J-Lo guy, Shakira guy, Lee?
Neither.
But you got to pick one.
I kind of just want to go against whatever you would say, so
Okay.
I'm going J-Lo.
All right, John.
I mean, if I had to pick one of those two, I'd have to go with the one that's actually famous for being a musician and say Shakira.
Damn, son. That's some shade dropped right there.
I don't really. What is a Shakira song?
Hips don't lie, forever together. Who wants to be forever?
I now hate that song. Thank you.
Shakira has not aged. Like, I don't know how that's possible. She is so stunningly beautiful.
Well,
It's
I mean,
crazy.
J-Lo pretty
There's certain
for
celebrities.
her age.
there's
She
certain-
looks
okay.
amazing.
Here's a list of celebrities I know are attractive, but I don't really find attractive. Jennifer Lopez is one of them. Cameron Diaz is another. Jennifer Aniston is another.
Yeah.
So I've got a few, like, I know they're attractive. I'm like, yes. Obviously, she's very attractive, just does not do it for me. So I don't know. Whatever. Shakira all day, all the way. They're going to do a Kobe Bryant tribute is what I've read. So
It's nice.
so we got some predictions here. We got Fest Love saying defense wins championships. He's got the 49ers. Glenda Sawyer in the chat says, I like the halftime show if it's someone good, and she liked my singing, so boom, you're done. All right, so anyway, so that will be happening this weekend. Me and Lee, more importantly, if we're I hope
This
it's
is what
still
I'm
happening.
looking forward to.
Tomorrow, me and Lee are going to a comedy show in Nashville to see our good friend, Brooke Jolly. And I'm trying to think of the act, Christy, the stripper comedian or something like that. I can't remember her name. But Brooke Jolly's an important name we're going to go see. Down at the Twin Kegs in Nashville. Show starts at 8 p.m. So if you're in Nashville, you need something to do on a Friday night, you're listening to this when it drops Friday morning, come hang out with us. You can use the code BLAMER for 50% off tickets or $10. You'll get them for $5.
Blamers or blamer?
Whatever it is, I will post something on social media in the morning. So go to our Twitter, find that post, go get tickets. If not, just show up and pay $10, dude. Who cares? It's $10 freaking dollars. But this Christy Monroe started following us on Twitter this week. She has been on America's Got Talent. She is a comedian who is a stripper, so that's going to be good times. I'm about that. I don't know what Lee thinks about it, but I love it. And I can't wait to see Brooke Jolly in action. Will he be wearing a Blame Your Brother shirt? I don't know. We'll see. Who knows? He's worn it before on stage, so
There you go.
we'll see what happens. But so if you are available to make it out, come hang out with us. We'll have a couple beers. We'll get you whatever, whatever.
We
you're-
won't charge you for the autographs.
We will not.
We'll
Or
take a
it's
picture with you for
just
free.
$5 a picture.
No, free.
Half
Okay,
off.
okay,
$2.50.
half off. Use your
$2.50.
blamers code, and we'll
There
give you a
Half
free
off.
selfie.
Yes, half off selfie. But it would be fun if you could come out and support that. That's going to be a good time. So anything else happening or happened for you guys? That's it.
I got one more thing.
Uh-oh, here we go.
If you guys ever watched a commercial and you're like halfway through the commercial, you're like, there's just no way this is real.
Sure.
A commercial.
I saw a
not being
commercial.
real, huh?
It's called Trumpy Bear.
Oh, my God. Okay.
And I was like, okay, where's the punchline? I was waiting for
Like
it.
an SNL skit?
Yeah,
It's a bear.
it's a bear.
It looks
real
like
thing.
Trump.
It looks like
Yeah.
It's
Trump.
got his hair cut.
Yeah. And
And
he's
a
wearing a suit, and
Okay.
if you unzip the back, a American flag comes out.
Oh, wow. Okay. Wait, now
And
you piqued my interest,
It's for
John.
2 payments of $19.95.
Where did you see this commercial at? This is amazing.
TV.
I mean, it was on Comedy Central, so I was like, I'm sure this. I'm
The
like waiting
wind
for the
whispered
Daily
through
Show
the
or something.
forest. A storm is coming. I am the storm, the great American grizzly. Introducing the original Trumpy Bear, the fearless, super plush American grizzly.
All right, that's got to be fake, right?
That's what I thought too, and it's just like,
Is there a number where you can order this?
yeah.
And it's real then. All right, well, order your Trumpy Bear. Take a picture of it. Send this to us. Hey,
yeah.
guess what? We've run out of room for the show. We are Blame Your Brother. You need to go to blameyourbro.com. That is our website. Go there. All of our social media links. All the ways to grab the podcast. Articles from Josh Baker, Adam Cox. Adam Cox is doing a hell of a job writing for us. We always appreciate you, Adam. You are the best. We've got all of our past episodes up. There's ways to email the show. You can leave a voicemail. And if you're going to be shopping on Amazon, use our Amazon link. We've got some interesting purchases to talk about when the show ends. I got to show you one that blew my mind. But anyway, go do that. Hit up that website. Go on Apple Podcast or wherever you listen. Rate and review the show. Support us. Tell your friends about it. Retweet it, like it, favorite it, heart it, upside down it, whatever it is, TikTok it. Who cares? Do that. BlameBro.com. You guys are the best in the world. And I guess with all that being said, Lee, is there anything else?
Don't blame yourself when you can blame your brother.
I'm Donald Trump, and I approve this message.